Welcome to Everyday English Stories. Today's story is called The Saturday Soup. This episode is at level C1, Advanced English. Listen carefully and try to picture the scene in your mind. After the story, we will learn 6 useful words together. Anna had set her heart on cooking a proper family dinner that Saturday. Only one dish genuinely mattered, and that was her grandmother's soup. Inconveniently, the recipe had survived 60 years without once being committed to paper. And so, on Wednesday evening, she rang her Nana and optimistically reached for a notebook. "Of course I'll tell you," her grandmother said. "It's the simplest thing in the world." This assessment would prove wildly, almost comically, optimistic. "You begin with onions," Nana announced. "How many, precisely?" Anna asked, pen poised above the page. "Enough. You'll know them when you see them." Anna set the pen down and resigned herself to cooking entirely by instinct. She chopped 3 onions and coaxed them slowly into softness over a low flame. "Whatever else you do, don't rush that," her grandmother cautioned. "That is where the flavor actually lives." Carrots followed, then beans, then water, in quantities that remained resolutely approximate. Every request for a figure was answered with a sensation. "A good handful. Until it smells right. Not too much, or you'll ruin the whole thing." An hour in, Anna tasted the result and grimaced despite herself. It was, to put it charitably, aggressively bland. She came within a whisker of conceding defeat and ordering something in. Then a fragment of some long-buried conversation surfaced unbidden. Her grandmother, years earlier, had insisted that the salt belongs at the very end. She added a pinch, waited, and tasted again. The transformation was startling. The entire dish clicked into place as though it had been waiting for permission. By Saturday evening the flat had filled with coats, noise, and considerably more relatives than chairs. Anna carried the pot through and served everyone before her nerve could desert her. Her father took a single spoonful and fell absolutely silent. "That is my mother's soup," he said at last. "That is precisely it." Anna occupied herself with slicing bread so that nobody would examine her face too closely. She telephoned her grandmother again that night, ostensibly to express her thanks. This time she transcribed every step, the maddeningly vague ones included. After 60 years the recipe exists on paper at last, and no one need ever guess again. That is the end of the story. Now let's learn 6 useful words from the story. Commit to paper. To write something down so that it is recorded permanently. For example, from the story. The recipe had survived 60 years without once being committed to paper. Coax. To gently persuade something or someone into a desired state. For example, from the story. She chopped 3 onions and coaxed them slowly into softness over a low flame. Resolutely. In a determined, unwavering way that refuses to change. For example, from the story. Water followed, in quantities that remained resolutely approximate. Within a whisker of. Extremely close to doing something. For example, from the story. She came within a whisker of conceding defeat and ordering something in. Unbidden. Arriving without being asked for or invited. For example, from the story. Then a fragment of some long-buried conversation surfaced unbidden. Transcribe. To write down in full exactly what is said. For example, from the story. This time she transcribed every step, the maddeningly vague ones included. Well done. You reached the end. Here is a tip. Listen to this story one more time, without reading, and notice how much more you understand the second time. There are new episodes every day, so please subscribe. See you tomorrow.